where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. The word of the Lord. This is a very important text and scripture for reflection. That truly when there is no vision, we perish. But let's first understand, what's a vision? Today I want to explain a vision in a simple language that you may be able to apply in real life time. A vision is ability to see beyond the physical, beyond the present, and a strong sense of imagination. In my definition, I would say a vision is ability to see beyond the physical, see beyond the present, and a strong sense of imagination. That is what a vision is. Somebody can also say a vision is living in the future while acting in the present. You can define it and say a vision is living in the future while acting in the present. A vision is living in the future while acting in the present. Now, let's connect our definition to what we just saw. These guys knew where the drum was, and they were seeing it. Even after they were walking, they were seeing where the drum was. Not so. Just like you, what I mean by living in the future, you are living in the future, but you are acting in the what? In the present. Or maybe you are at school and you have a future you want to have. Let's say someone says, I want to be a doctor. Not so. The future we are talking about is being what? A doctor. But you are acting in the present, meaning that you are now at school. Acting in the present in the way that you are studying, but with a dream of becoming what? A doctor. Somebody can also say a dream is the future in the present. A dream is the future in the present. Like, if you want to build a house, start to begin with, and the best way is you must draw a plan. A house in the paper. Not so. All the rooms are in the paper. How many of you have ever seen a building drawing? Imagine a whole house like the structure. The whole of this school can be put in. And people who do that work are here. This is a technical person. You are supposed to put a building on a paper. And you carry it. And now in the modern world, you can even put your building in the phone. Can be stored in the phone. You can even send your building on WhatsApp to your friends and see, this is my building plan. That's why we say a vision is the future in the present. A future being felt in the present. In the biblical context, a vision refers to God's direction for one's life. A vision is God's direction for one's life. Without it, people lose purpose and sense. God's direction for one's life. Without it, people lose purpose and sense. If you are at school and you don't have a vision, you are like matter. Anything, matter is anything. And obviously, if you are a student without a vision, you are only occupying space, but also you have the weight. The bakers are suffering for no reason. The benches in the classroom are there for no reason. Even the plastic chairs that you are pressing are suffering for no reason. In other words, a person without a vision is a person without sight. The word vision comes from the word see, to see, to see. That is the real meaning of a vision, to see. Remember the story of the blind man. What did he ask from Jesus? He wanted sight. He wanted to see, to have the vision. I want us to imagine our lives without eyes. And the good thing here is that next to us is the school for the blind. I've always gone for mass, especially when they're animating. You can really feel their struggle. But also among the blind, there are some who are able to see a little bit. Not so. A little bit. They can guess. Like my sister was able to guess it. I want to imagine a life without eyes, a life with a person who can totally not see. I want to imagine a life. Being at school, a student like you, without what you want to become, you are more or less a person without a head, the hollow head. I want to imagine yourself walking, and when I was at the campus, there is a combination, there is a course we used to make fun of. It's called BBA. BBA. And it is abbreviated, but what it means is Bachelors of Business Administration. Bachelors of Business Administration. But we used to make fun and say BBA means Bachelors of Being Around. That's how we used to make fun at campus. That Bachelors of Being Around. I can guarantee you, if you are a student without a vision, you are only pursuing Bachelors of Being Around. In a life of a student is full of elimination method. The life of a student is basically operating on elimination method. In matrices, elimination method is one of the methods you can use for finding the unknown. Not so. And I think I've been one of the mathematicians. Even up to my A level, I did maths. And elimination method is one of the methods that challenges you. How do you choose what to eliminate? There must be a law. Even at school here, some of you are already living under the pressure of elimination. There are students who are at school, they are studying, parents are paying school fees, but what's eliminating them are the attitude. Is someone that made money, Mama, that's what we're saying. There are people who are preaching a gospel out there, discouraging you from studying. That even if you study, there are no jobs. So what must I do? I remain home. Again, when you remain home, after I die. Now, when you are growing up as a girl child, you must be aware that the life we are living is full of elimination method. What saves you is your vision, is your ability to see, is your sight. If the sight gives us confidence. When the girl even tried, I was about to begin interceding for her. She was searching everywhere. This is the pain I want you to be having. She was trying to search because she knew that around here there must be a drum. Around here, not far from here, there must be a drum. She tried her luck, but still things didn't work out. The power of vision, the power of seeing. Young people like you are must be driven by what you want to become, must be challenged, must be put on pressure by what you want to become. And sincerely, people around us, wherever we have our own visions, each of you by now must have what you want to be. Otherwise, you might become matter, anything that occupies space and has weight. If you have a vision, you are living at the edge. At any time, you will fall and get wasted. Today, we are living in a world full of negativity. The world is full of negativity. Beginning from our parents, there is nothing that you can become. I wish I didn't produce you. They have spoken too many things, wasting my money for nothing. Could be their words are pulling you down. You are about to change your vision. You are about to change your vision. And even as you are growing up, you are already worried. Some of you, I don't know what you want to become. If I asked you, there are too many professionals already here. But what's the key is keeping focused on your vision and being careful of what might cover your face or cover your sight. In other words, you must be very careful of what might divert you away from your vision. By the way, when is it important for a young woman, a young lady like you to have a vision? When do you need to have a vision? When you're at school right now, even when I'm talking, there are people who are distracting you. They're telling you some things, they're asking you some questions which are outside what I'm sharing. They're asking you. And when must you have a vision? One, a vision gives you direction. If you don't want to perish, like you saw what was happening here, a vision gives us directions. Even a vision can help us to make wise choices. From the demonstration that I gave you here, someone who had a vision walked straight to the drum and was able to choose how to beat the drum, and it came with confidence. But whoever didn't have a vision was struggling, was meandering. Actually, without a direction, you can begin living a life of assumptions. I think it's around here. You begin breaking even before you reach there. You begin turning the corner before. A vision gives you direction and can help you to make a choice. Which kind of choices? Let me tell you, in a school like this, you must know that one of the principles I was taught is that when you're at school, stop thinking that we are at school. Say, I am at school. Don't say we are at school. Just listen and say, I am where? I am at school. I am in class. I am doing an exam. I must pass. The plural part of English must not be applicable. we are doing exam. So what is funny is you will have a different name on your question paper. Even on your notebooks alone, you have different names. This must show you as a girl that you are here alone. Imagine what's interesting in a boarding school like this. I have always seen even the stockings have names. Even the what thing? I'm about to ask Alexei, but I'll ask you later. Do they also have names? I know why you're laughing here, but no, do they have names? Some have names also. This is a degree you must have in your mind. Imagine if you can put your name even in the bucket, even on the stockings, even on your uniform, even on your books, on your pens, probably up to everywhere. This must give you a clear picture that it is all about you as a person. Whatever else can happen may not be important, because the life you are going to live, you are going to face life as an individual. Direction is very important. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 6. In all your ways acknowledge him, and he will direct your path. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 6. As young people, a life you must live must be a life guided by Christ. It's Christ is God himself saying, in all your ways, if you acknowledge God, he will direct your path. You will be able to walk to your destiny. A vision helps you to have direction and a choice that you'll be able to make. Obviously, people around you could be having different ideas. In a school setting like this, I was once a young person like you are. Though now I'm aging. I am now a parent. They used to tell me that now I'm now a parent. I am now a daddy. I am now a father of 3 children. I am now a wedded man. I am now in a different stage of life. But what's funny is, life without direction, you perish. Number 2, why must we need a vision as young ladies? A vision is an identity. A vision is an identity. A vision reminds you of who you are. If you want to be a nurse, begin acting like a nurse. Begin responding to people like you're responding to patients. Begin speaking to people like you're speaking to people who are consulting you over their illnesses. Begin paying attention to the class work. As a doctor, you must pay attention to the medicine you are going to administer, not so. And in this case, if you are practicing to become a doctor or a nurse, for instance, then you must begin paying attention to every detail of what you do. Like how doctors must conduct themselves. Because you know, any mistake, any sorry by a doctor equals to death. Any sorry from a doctor equals to death. Therefore, a person who wants to become a doctor must become very careful in whatever you do. Even in the choice you are going to make. Should I give Panadol or I give Coartem alone? Then you say, Coartem goes together with the Panadol. Even when you are attending class, when you are calculating the angle of resistance in a capacitor, do they have angles anyway? They don't have. Even when you are calculating whatever thing you're calculating, even when you're balancing an equation, balance like a doctor. If you want to become an accountant, accountability now becomes very key to you. Where am I at this point and why am I here? How much time must I spend basing that I might go for food and come back to read? How much time must I spend sleeping? Accountability. This means that a person with direction and an identity lives what we call a reminded life. You must keep on reminding yourself all the time, by the way, I'm an accountant. Every coin matters. By the way, I'm what? And every coin matters. If you want to become a pilot, you must begin seeking that every button I press can call. You know, when you're in the air, you don't assume again what will happen. No. In case there is a crash, it's this. There's nothing less than that. I want us to begin having an identity. But again, our identity, ask people with a vision. Ask girls with a vision. Girls who can see. It must remind us that we belong to Christ. We are Christ's. We belong to Him. We are His own children.